was born with mud on his boots. For John Lukey, it was part of growing up.
I've had this mentality, and I think I gotta thank my parents for this, is that my name means more to me than the money. If I do a job, I say I'm gonna do it, I stand behind it.
Lukey could have inherited his father's St. Louis area trucking business, but instead he decided to dig his own way and start his own.
I'm the one guy, one-man band.
Business was good, so in 2011, Lukey decided to invest. He purchased 2 large pieces of equipment, including a Caterpillar 289C compact track loader, similar to this one. It was brand new.
Total value, I think, on that note was $162,000. It was the largest pieces of equipment I bought at the same exact time, and my monthly payments was like $4,000 a month. At first, I didn't think I could really swing it, but I just had to have that motivation, saying I have to find the work to pay them,
Like buying your first car, Lukey was proud of what he had accomplished.
Not one payment. The machine had 75 hours on it.
But his biggest moment turned into what would become his biggest setback.
We left them out there overnight, every night, no problems. Came back, they're in the same spot. Then over the weekend, we came there Monday, and I was going to work it, and then I couldn't believe what I saw. It was gone. It was missing. I mean, it just, you see the tracks just lead right out to the parking lot, gone.
He would never see it again. Police in Chesterfield, Missouri took a report, but by that point, authorities believe Lukey's equipment was 175 miles away in Vanderbilt County, Indiana.
I'm one of those guys that's just more of a worker, and I believe if you do good, you get treated good, and nothing bad is going to happen. Well, come to find out that does happen to anyone, I guess.
Lukey would not be alone. Over at least 3 years, detectives say there would be nearly a dozen victims, including dealerships and construction sites. The theft ring, allegedly masterminded by Thomas and Andrew Elpers, spanned 4 states.
They probably sold them to people at a very discounted price where the people may or may not thought something was up with it. But that's things that we're working through, who purchased it, how they purchased it, to figure if other people will be charged with buying these stolen pieces of equipment.
Some of that stolen equipment was apparently found in Morganfield, Kentucky. On New Year's Eve, detectives arrived with 2 flatbed trucks in tow. The equipment they seized that day was recently purchased by the Union County Fiscal Court and Judge Executive Jody Jenkins.
What we would consider a reputable, company or group.
But records show it was neither a company nor a group. It was one man, Jason Habermel, who did business as Habermel Equipment. The Kentucky and Indiana Secretaries of State and the Vanderbilt County Recorder's Office say there is no documentation that shows Habermel Equipment ever existed, but Union County government officials did business with him anyway. According to documents obtained by Eyewitness News, the county purchased 6 pieces of equipment from Habermel over a 6-month stretch in 2014, spending close to $100,000. In early April, records state Union County purchased a 2012 Case 50 XB tractor. That model does not exist, but Case does make a CX50B model. Records show Union County paid $19,500 for it. The estimated market value, according to the leading equipment trading sites, between $40,000 and $55,000. On April 22nd, records show Union County purchased a 2011 Caterpillar 289C track loader for $19,950. The estimated market value on that one, between $36,000 and $50,000. Law enforcement sources say at one time,
This is crazy.
this piece of equipment belonged to John Lukey.
Oh, it's heartbreaking. I mean, it's just, come to think about it, I mean, this is pure profit for the guy. I mean, he got something for nothing, and he got rid of it still for 25 cents on a dollar.
That seized piece of equipment on the back of that flatbed truck was his. It's difficult for Lukey to comprehend, considering what he paid.
It was roughly around $75,000.
Versus what Union County paid. But the county's purchases kept on coming. In June 2014, records show the county purchased a skid steer for $10,000 less than the estimated market value. In July 2014, the county bought a 2013 Case mini excavator. Its estimated market value is more than $55,000. Law enforcement sources say this particular piece of equipment was stolen from Evansville's Koberstein Contracting. Company officials say they paid $72,000 for it. just months before it was reported stolen on July 3, 2014. Just days later, it was officially in Union County's possession for just under $20,000.
We have a model procurement process, and so anything when you're buying it used, if it doesn't exceed, I think our limit's $20,000, then you look at other comparable pieces of equipment, or vehicles or anything else. You look at something, two other things that are comparable in shape and model year, that sort of thing, and wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Really? The records have shown the fiscal court did business with a business that didn't exist. The equipment was significantly below market value, and all of it was sold for less than $20,000. Kentucky state law requires anything above that to be bid out by the fiscal court. Before we uncovered this information, we interviewed Jenkins, who denied knowingly purchasing stolen equipment.
Did the county purchase this equipment knowing that the equipment was reported stolen?
Oh, no, it was purchased in good faith. No, it wasn't anything like that. It's just some language that they had.
So we brought our questions to him again at the next fiscal court meeting.
Any other question or comment that I may or may not answer very well?
Hey, Jody, how are you?
Good. How are you?
See you.
Afterward, we asked Jenkins to answer some of our questions.
Class taken care of?
Yeah, I got an email yesterday. Do you have a few minutes where you can ask you a couple questions?
I'm just gonna let you.
He agreed before being whisked away by County Attorney Brucey Moore. She came out a few minutes later, but Jenkins did not.
And we refer any other comments to, I think, the investigating agency.
So you guys are not going to comment on this at all?
We asked about the equipment being bought for significantly below market value, but Moore did not waver.
So I would just refer any and all other comments to the detective that's investigating the case.
So,
Excuse me.
what about this? This is one of the serial numbers on the vehicle.
This picture, obtained by Eyewitness News, shows the serial number of one of Union County's purchases, the case CX50B. It has definitively been altered.
7 and a G, and whatever this number is,
It is almost indecipherable.
none of the numbers, are perfectly straight. They're altered. They look like they've been re-stamped.
You're putting something in front of me that I have never seen before. So I think that's unfair. And again, I wish you would talk to Detective Hands, who is standing in the hallway.
We will, but
All right. Thank you.
we'd like
I
to talk to
appreciate
you right now
it.
about it because
I
there's some
appreciate it.
serious questions about this equipment. Would you purchase that equipment?
No.
We've answered those questions with our open records request.
But you're not
and
answering these
detective.
questions of, were there any red flags about this equipment?
I'm not, as county attorney, I cannot answer any of those questions.
And she never did. Jenkins also apparently never left his office, which is located just down the hall.
When something's too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
Having his equipment stolen set Lukey back financially and delayed production. The insurance company, he says, eventually replaced it.
I had my insurance company for, 4 or 5 years at the time, and when we renewed that next year, they felt like it was I was too high of a risk.
After digging himself out, business is good again, Lukey says, and he's not overly bitter about it either, because when you think about it, it's not about the money in your pocket, it's about the mud on your boots.
And it's in my blood.